So super excited today because I've got an incredible drill for you. Whether you're looking at improving your driver swing or your iron swing, I've been developing this drill for quite a while. I've been testing it with a few of my students and they're absolutely loving it.
Oh my goodness. Danny, this is you.
Nothing to do with me. It's making the golf swing so much easier. I mean, you've got to take this club, this small-headed golf club, swing it round the back of your head, bring it back to the impact, and do it consistently. How do you learn to do that? This drill will help you. I can't wait to share it with you. Now, before I get into the lesson, look, if you're new to the channel, it's one of your first videos of mine, please consider subscribing. I release videos just like this every single week to try and help you improve your game. Plus, you never have to remember a thing. I'll always put a free download practice guide in the description box below. So here's what we're gonna do today, and it's just two very, very simple steps. That's all the drill is really. It's gonna help you basically take the club from this position here, take it all the way back and all the way through so it arrives at the same spot every time. So you create a consistent circle. That's the first thing, creating a consistent circle. The second thing it's gonna help you do is this. It's gonna help you get that club face, get a feel of that club face so you can control it so it arrives back square, not aiming left and not aiming right. Now at the end of the video, I'll bring you in actually on a live lesson of me actually going through this drill. I did it with a student called Carlos. I've also done it with another student called Adam recently and a couple of junior girls actually. So I'll bring you in on one of those live lessons. But before I do that, let's just start with the first essence of this, which is radius control. And to do that, I'm actually gonna bring in Leah. Leah, do you wanna just jump in?
Yes, okay.
Jump off camera. Yeah. Don't know if you were quite expecting this, but so the simplicity of this drill is this, right? Most of the time, if you are inconsistent, what you're doing is you're inconsistently moving this club backwards and forwards. It's difficult to return to the same spot, okay? I want to be able to create a circle where you bring this club back time and time again to the same spot. Now, what I've been getting my students to do is simply this. I've been getting them, okay, to hold the club up towards me. And I said, all I asked them is one question. I want you to do the same. You could do this, obviously not with humans generally, do it against a wall, all right? Don't do it with your mum or your dad or your kind of wife or husband. Put your club up like this. Now what I'm gonna do is I ask myself this and I'm asking you the same. How or what type of swing do you think you need in order to take this club back, swing it back here and arrive it back to impact millimeter perfect? Millimeter perfect. How would you swing? Would you have lots of wrists bending? Now, if I do that, you probably start getting nervous, right? You straight away. Yeah. And this is exactly what happened. Every single student I gave this to, when I got them to point the club out here and I stood next to them, they suddenly start to use all of their bigger muscles. They used less of their bending of the arms. They got loads less wrist action because their attention was simply on making a swing that would control this club millimeter perfect back to impact. It is as simple as that. Thanks, Leo. That's all right. So then what we did is once they got that sensation, I got them down to the golf ball here and I said to them, now I want you to imagine exactly the same thing. My head's down here. Make a golf swing where you feel that that club isn't moving around like this. It's millimeter, you're controlling it millimeter perfect. What was incredible to see, every single one of them suddenly had this beautifully wide, controlled takeaway. They didn't flick their wrists in here. They didn't bend their elbows because none of that really made sense. It just doesn't make sense to the body. As soon as you start to kind of imagine controlling that radius and controlling the depth of this radius all the way back and all the way through, it was incredible. The other thing I noticed with some of the guys who got a bit quick from the top, when they got here now, they didn't rush because they knew, look, if they rush, you're breaking all these arms. They suddenly started to create much smoother transitions because all their focus was on was controlling and making millimeter perfect that radius in the swing. So that's how I want you to start. Now, what was really interesting on with one of my students, Daisy, is she was really loose when she started. She was really loose and inconsistent. As soon as we kind of got these that radius under control, the swing looked incredible, absolutely incredible. But she still fatted it. Why? Well, because she'd been set up quite low to the ground and she'd been avoiding the ground by going like this. As soon as we got the beautiful radius, now what happened? She would hit the ground. And so all I said to her, like, Daisy, just stand up now. swing, maintain that radius. Imagine making a swing now or standing in such a way where you stand to a position where now when you keep the radius, you're just gliding and bruising the ground. Instant success, beautiful strikes, really under control, and she said it felt effortless. So that's all I want you to start with. Get that sense of much more radius control first to get a consistent strike. You'll absolutely thank me for it. It's the simplest drill I've ever come up with and works unbelievably well. That was absolutely ripped, beautifully, hopefully nice and straight. There you go, look, comfortably straight. Now, next student, and look, when you're playing these shots, you don't just want just a consistent radius. The other thing you've got to do, obviously, here is you've now got this beautiful circle, but you've got to get that club arriving back here. So, one of my other students, we got him doing the consistent circle, but he was hooking the ball left. Now, you might be a slicer, it doesn't matter, the same principles apply. So what did I do with him? Well, I said to him, look, now you've got the circle and your club face is arriving back closed. What do you think? What does it need to do? Well, it needs to arrive back here. So just simply do this, take the club, I want you to rehearse it. Look at the club face, stare at it, notice it's square. Then make that beautiful, control the radius of your swing, and then do a slow motion swing where you bring the club back and you feel, look, there, we stop at impact. I'm looking at the face, I'm getting a feel of what square is. There, he would do this. It's a completely different feeling. So now we got that feel, all I did was get him to go to the shot and hit it. And it was as simple as that. Instantly, he felt as though, I'm now hitting it much more under control because he was focusing on the most important thing, which was the club face. So do me a favor, look at now this, let me bring on you on a live lesson where I'm actually going through this process with an actual student so you can see it in action. It'll be really, really helpful.
Well, a little left.
Yeah.
But I can tell you what I did. I think I did that.
So here's the thing, right? So you thought you did that, right?
But I didn't.
But no. Well, you may have done, right? But here's the thing, where did the ball go?
Left.
So here's how
a little low.
So
it was not a clean hit.
Not a clean hit and a little low and left. If we're going to do an analysis, let's start not with the swing. Let's start with where the ball's gone, right? That's your first stage, so the ball's gone.
Oh, yeah.
Then what we're going to do is...
I wasn't lined up.
We're then going to go from the ball, which we've just done, and we're going to go back to the club face. So if your ball has gone left, yeah, where's your club face at impact? If the ball's gone left. Where's that club face pointing? Exactly. So what we do is this, all right? We don't even go to a golf swing to start with. The first thing, the process of getting better at golf isn't to get lost in swing mechanics to start with, it's just to look at the shot, go into impact and go, right, my club face must have been here at impact. So what I'm going to do on these next couple of shots, I'm simply just going to pay attention to the face of the club.
Okay.
Yeah?
So
we don't worry about swing at all at this stage. We're looking at the face, we're making sure that we're completely lined up to our target.
Yeah, I don't think I was.
Yeah, we start there first.
I don't think I was.
We can look at swing mechanics later.
Okay, let's take a little one, a little rough here. Let's go. Oh, better.
Now, where's that gone?
That was nice.
Absolutely. That's going to go on the green. Go on, ball. What do you notice about the height on that one?
That was fabulous. I hit the tree and it's you.
It's nothing to do with me.
Didn't I say I'm going to take one club and be a little short?
You did, and that's actually beautiful. But here's the thing, right? In one ball, you've just gone from a beautiful, a way left shot to a beautiful high shot, but you may have not have got to that stage if you'd have then gone, I think I've done this in my golf swing, I might try and change this. Do you follow?
Yeah.
So suddenly what you've done in reality is that you forgot about your swing just for a second, and we've
did.
gone, right, ball's gone left, let's go into the impact, let's look at that club face, let's pay attention to it. All I've got to do, look, when I'm here, I'm going to look at that face, I'm going to deliver that face there. If I do that, the ball's going to go nice and high. If I do this, the ball's going to go low and left. Let's just focus on that. Then the swing starts to help you to achieve that face without you having to think about too much. So that's got to be the process to start with of getting better. What's my flight doing? What does that mean for impact? And then we go from there. Let's set another couple from here.
Okay.
We want to make sure that that's not a fluke.
Oh my goodness. Danny, this is you.
Nothing to do with me.
Did that go over the green? This is you. If you remember, when you showed me how to strike the nail, I said, you have given me an extra club. I took one less club thinking I was not going to reach the green. It's you. And you too, Leo.
But it's fluid now. It's fluid. And the thing is I remember last time when you came, and we were up on the hill actually, do you remember we were talking about, and we were saying, I don't want you to overthink it.
Yeah, and then you told me to hit the ball over the green.
Yeah.
And I did.
Yeah. And sometimes the less you think, the more free
that's what I'm
you'll
trying.
be. But that's where the analysis comes in. When you hit a shot, keep the analysis simple. If you hit a bad one, don't go into, I think I might have done this in my golf swing, let's change that.
Okay, yeah, good.
Look at the ball. And only deal with the facts in front of you. Here are the facts. The ball went left. Fact. I didn't quite strike it. I hit the ground a little bit behind. Fact. We know this, right? So on those facts, what can we do? Well, let's just pay attention to, let's focus on face. Let's get that face arriving at that golf ball here. That's a fact. Just work on that. Let the body make the changes naturally.
Yeah, good.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So if I'm hitting it, if I'm closing,
Absolutely.
it makes sense. So your body will, in a sense, react to what your intention is down here.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Well done.
Okay.
Good start.
So I hope you really enjoyed that video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, maybe share it with one of your friends. And if you'd like to see Adam almost gain 50 yards with the driver, check this video out right here. Of course, look, if you're new to the channel, press that subscribe button and the bell. But until next week, have a wonderful golfing week.